So Survivor Series is done, the final main roster pay-per-view of the year. We now got to wait to the Royal Rumble, but one thing we'll all agree on, I think, is we need more Ozzy Osbourne, more rock music in WWE. Wrestling and rock just seems to work, right? So in WWE, we definitely need more rock, right? This is things you might have missed for Survivor Series War Games. Make sure you hit the like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. You may have noticed Kevin Owens wearing a Dusty Rhodes t-shirt. Well, the reason for this was explained at the start of the show. The commentary basically said, Dusty Rhodes is a man who invented War Games. Brilliant tribute by Kevin Owens. We know he's a huge fan of Dusty Rhodes, so makes perfect sense. The story of the men's War Games revolved around Sami Zayn and his loyalty to the Bloodline. It was tested when Roman sent him in second. There was friction between him and Jay all throughout the match. We saw Jay some friendly fire thrown with a super kick to Sami. No remorse from Jey Uso. We know the story there. But of course, Sami still, after that, helped the Bloodline stay in the match. He then low-blowed Kevin Owens. His allegiance is set. The haluva kick came next to Kevin Owens before he offered him up as a sacrifice, as WWE put it. Sami Uso helping the Bloodline stand tall. He got a hug from Roman Reigns right after the match, and then the acknowledgement and a hug from Jey Uso as well. The hatchet is buried. Sami right at the end of the show saying to Roman Reigns, you have my loyalty tonight and every night. I am loyal to you. I acknowledge you. What is the Bloodline now going to be like now they're all on the same page? Is anyone going to be able to stop the Bloodline at this point? Insane. WWE calling them the most dominant faction in WWE history. They're not lying. We started off with the Women's War Games. This was, do you know what, really fun. Weapons everywhere. So many awesome spots in the match. I love when Bianca broke the stick on her knee and then just ripped it to shreds. Of course, we had Nikki being handcuffed to Alexa Bliss. Well, Alexa reversing it kind of thing. There was a great moonsault spot by Io Sky, just like they did in NXT. Although she did seem to tweak Bianca's knee on the landing. Hope Bianca Belair's okay after that one. Shout out to the couple of people who predicted on things you might have missed the other night that we get this standoff. Of course, the flashback to SummerSlam where it all began with Bianca and Becky and Damage Control. We did get it. It was Becky coming off the top, pinning Dakota Kai to get the team win. Now, does this mean that feud's over between like Bianca, Asuka, Alexa, etc.? I think we're going to see Mia Yim, Rhea Ripley. Maybe a match feud between Becky and Bayley. Those two had a moment, of course. Two horsewomen. Kind of makes sense to do that from this as well. But of course, it was the faces who won. No, Alexa Bliss again didn't have Lily. Maybe Lily's gone now at this point. She wasn't even in the Tron or anything tonight, so maybe she's gone. And for all those wondering, Becky's outfit's maybe not as outlandish, but this one still had the shoulder thing, so they're still a little bit different to other people. So that's a good thing. A lot of people was asking that last night after her return on SmackDown. I think out of everyone, this match highlighted Nikki Cross really well. Obviously, crazy Nikki climbing the cage right at the start before it even began. Obviously, literally throwing all the weapons in the ring first, being the first person to jump from it. But note the moment her and Alexa were alone and she was screaming at her, "You think I forgot?" I won't forget. This is when she tried to handcuff Alexa. Alexa handcuffing herself to Nikki because it made sense, because otherwise she was getting handcuffed to the cage. It was a decent spot, but it sort of screams that more is to come with this story. Worth noting, there was an interview with Alexa Bliss uploaded to WWE on BT Sports YouTube channel earlier today, where she actually spoke about future plans and said that she plans to evolve her character. Watch this space. AJ Styles defeated Finn Balor. I hadn't seen many people predict AJ to win this. That's pretty cool. Of course, this match was really, really good. As expected. Hard hitting. Look at Finn Balor's back. You can kind of see the welts there on AJ's chest as well. Is the rivalry done? Not sure, but one thing I will say is I kind of feel like I feel bad for these two because they put the match on right after the Women's War Games, and the crowd was so dead. Worth noting that Finn Balor came out in a mask. Very interesting, very plain, very black. Of course, it was like a visor kind of thing that went over his face. Quite interesting. And AJ Styles indeed did wear the OC style mask that you see on the t-shirts. He did wear it in Japan as well. I think that's pretty cool. I like that. And again, I don't know if this is over completely. I'd still expect a 6-man tag of the full OC versus the 3 men of Judgment Day. I think that kind of makes the most sense here. But one thing I didn't realise, do you realise that was AJ Styles' first pay-per-view win since 2019? What? How crazy is that? AJ Styles hasn't won on pay-per-view since 2019. Ronda Rousey retained the SmackDown Women's Championship tonight, obviously against Shotzi. It was an okay match. There was a couple of botches, some cool spots. Really didn't expect them to take out the crowd. 2 rows of fans got wiped out. That was pretty cool. Shotzi's tank was back. Always nice to see that. We've seen Shotzi arrive during the kickoff show with Raquel with her arm all braced up. They showed an x-ray that was apparently Raquel's arm. You can clearly see the break in the arm. So I assume she's out of action for a while. So I don't know what was next now for Ronda. I can't lie. There was We Want Sasha chance. I kind of half expected maybe Sasha to return. If not Sasha, I was expecting Charlotte. So maybe on SmackDown we get like Charlotte come back, because what else now does Ronda Rousey do on SmackDown? Now we have to talk about Austin Theory's entrance tonight, okay? During his entrance, they used it as an opportunity to advertise Beyblade. Now, obviously, WWE, we paid a lot of money for this. Personally, I hate this. The presentation of superstars should never be put away to the side for an advertisement. Do adverts throughout the show, that's fine. Just WWE, don't do it again. But maybe they did it on purpose because, you know, they're burying Theory. He lost Money in the Bank. He gets his entrance replaced with an advertisement. And then he wins the United States Championship. Of course, it was a spear from Lashley to Seth, but Theory falling inadvertently for the cover, which allowed Theory to win it. But the now has arrived. Austin Theory is US champion. So WWE are definitely getting behind him. The recent character change, all that stuff, paying off. There's also a mention of Dean Ambrose tonight during Seth's entrance, and a lot of people taking that too seriously on Twitter. 10 years ago at Survivor Series, The Shield debuted on Survivor Series. That's why there was a mention of Dean Ambrose. I don't believe he's coming back to WWE anytime soon. I'd give Survivor Series an 8.5 out of 10. I think it was a really good show. I can understand if you was disappointed, if you wanted Bray or you wanted returns. But if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. We're back right here for Monday Night Raw. Like, share, all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time.